Greetings, everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to 0 to 1,000 side hustles. Like I promised in our last video where we spoke about the cleaning business and started cleaning business. Today, we're going to be talking about how to start a delivery business. So when I'm talking about the delivery business, you ask yourself, if you look at in your own household, if you just check, you'll find out that you haven't gone to a shop in a long time. Everything you're doing, you're buying on Amazon, you're buying online, you're buying on Shem, or you're buying on what's the other website that everyone is buying from now, from Temu and all those different websites that you see online. So you find out because of all this shopping that is happening online, there's a huge amount of work that is now coming through for delivery. So this has now become a huge, business going into the future, and it's very easy to start. You can actually start with what you have right now. That vehicle that you use every day to go to and from work, that vehicle that you use just to drive around, chilling around, you can actually use that same vehicle to start your business. So this is what I'm going to be talking about today. So what I'm going to be talking about today, I'm pretty much going to focus on just a few, companies that I've actually worked with personally, and that I believe if you just, depending with your availability, depending with your flexibility, depending on what you're looking for, you'll be able to figure out which one can fit in your category. At the end of this video, I'll then be able to recommend the one that I feel works for me and the one that I feel maybe would be the best fit for you. So I'm just going to let you know. So for all the companies that I'm going to talk about today, this is not a sponsored video. This is just from my personal experience, and this is, the companies that I've actually, worked with, that I know this is how it works. So I'm going to talk about Evri. I'm going to talk about DPD. I'm going to talk about Uber. I'm going to talk about Relay. I'm going to talk about what's the last one that I'm to? City Sprint. Yeah, City Sprint. So these are the businesses that I'm going to talk about. So the first one that I want to talk about is Evri. So with Evri, one thing that I noticed with Evri, it's easy to start. You can just apply online, and if you're successful, they'll call you to the closest depot to your house, and then they'll just do an induction with you. And if you have a car, it doesn't matter which type of car. It could be a van, could be a small car, and everything. They'll just tell you what you need to do. They'll get your phone, they'll add an application to your phone, and then you're good to go. So Evri, from what I've noticed from my experience, it's easy to start. You can just start at any given time and start, doing deliveries. But one thing that I noticed with Evri, for you to be able to make meaningful returns or to make meaningful money from this project, you have to be selling, not selling, you have to be delivering volumes. You have to delivering quite a number of parcels. But one thing that I've noticed also with Evri is, depending with your availability, if you're available very often, they actually give you a route that you can then actually be able to use and also be able to have a consistent income from that route, because you'll be actually available on a daily basis. So Evri is one of the first business that I will talk about. So if you're available and you don't mind working, long hours, and if you're available, you can actually work for Evri. However, the amount that they pay per drop is not the best, I can tell you that. So if you are available, Evri is easy to start. So the next business that I want to talk about is DPD. So from what I did with DPD, I did my research and for DPD, and actually did the whole process as well. So with DPD, there are two options that they can actually give you. The first option is you can actually bring your van, if that provided that van is white in color. It can be a small van or it can be a large van. You can start with that. Then the second option is you can actually go there, speak to them, and they can actually lease you a van from their own vans that they have. Could be, I think, mostly electric vans that they can actually give you. So between the two options, where you bring your own van and where they give you your own van, from my own opinion, I think if you go there with your own van, you will be able to get a better deal. So DPD pays actually a good money per drop. So if you are interested in doing this, it will be, however, a full day business. So it will be a Monday to Friday business. You will be there every day from early morning until the end of the day, but you'll be able to get a meaningful return. You'll be able to make good money with DPD. So if you are interested with DPD, just probably go to their website, find out the requirements. There are not many requirements other than insurance, a vehicle. I think there's certain years that they'll say you need to be, I think it's about 5 years. Your vehicle has to be like 5 years old and below. After that, they will not be able to allow you to have to join them with that same vehicle. Otherwise, you go with the option of leasing a vehicle from them. The other option that you can do also with DPD is you can actually lease your own vehicle out there, because there are some leasing companies that will be able to give you a better deal. So if you think you can actually get a better deal, you'd rather go there with your own van that you'll be able to use. But I'll recommend that it's preferably it has to be a van that you actually have, because you never know on a day that you might not have work, or maybe when you're doing the trainings and everything. So it's always the best that you first do everything that you need to do. But the sad thing is sometimes they will also, before they even invite you for the training and everything, they need to know if you actually have the van. The other thing also with DPD, the setup of the business can be very bit hectic, because you need to make sure your vehicle is some security features, like some slam locks, for example. Though the slam locks themselves, they cost about 400 to install for your van, if you have a van. So that you just need to keep that in mind before you venture into that business. So the next one that I want to talk about is Amazon Flex. So Amazon Flex is also a very good deal. So Amazon Flex is actually have some what they call blocks. So when you apply for Amazon Flex, there's an application that you just download on your phone. Then you do the application on that phone, where they'll do a background check of you. They will get your vehicle details. They get your details and everything that they need. You put also your location, where you stay and everything. So after that, they will let you know if you are successful or not. And also they'll let you know which one is the closest depot that you'll be able to look for blocks from. So once you get all that information, you can then be able to pick up blocks from the closest location that you have. So there will be blocks like maybe from morning to afternoon, from afternoon to evening, from evening to midnight, different blocks and different time slots. So you can actually pick a block from Amazon. And one good thing about Amazon, sometimes they pay good money, depending with the size of the packages and also the time that you're doing the delivery and all. So Amazon sometimes can be also a good option. And also because of the blocks that they have, you can actually select only on the time that you are available to do the delivery, which is something that you cannot do with DPD and Evri, because with Evri, you and DPD, you have to be there from the morning and then go out and then come back when you are done. But with Amazon, you can actually just choose a specific block that you can actually do, which is like within your availability and within your preferred schedule. And then the also good thing about Amazon, like I said, it pays, I think, a better return depending with the blog that you have picked. So I'll also maybe say Amazon is a good start, and you don't need much to start with Amazon. That vehicle that you're actually using to drive by can be the same vehicle that you use for your delivery. So you just need to do what they need on the application. And then also, in terms of insurance, there are several companies that they will help you to get that insurance that will allow you to do the deliveries and everything. So Amazon Flex is another good option that you can have. The next option that I have is called Relay. So what I've noticed, Relay is an upcoming company that just, I don't know how long it has been there, but I actually got to know about it recently. And I've actually done some, training with them. I've done some routes with them. So for me, when I was doing it is when I had a big van that I bought that I was using with Relay. So that they would give you about 210, I think, per drop. it will start about from 5 a.m. where you go there and you load, then you finish maybe around 11 a.m. from that day. Then you'll be done for your day. You get your 200, you are done. So relay is a good option. That is for the this one. I mentioned this for the vans. Then for relay also, they also offer the same delivery services. Like when you have a bigger van, you just go and drop like on the main drop off points, which is like usually the shops, the cold store, the convenience stores that are around. So in those same convenience stores, if you have a smaller van or smaller vehicle, you can then be able to get an option to work with relay, where you go and pick up parcels from those convenience stores and then you deliver it door to door to houses. So if you have a bigger van, you can just be the one to take the parcels from their depot to the main shops or maybe to their convenience stores. Then if you have a small car, you can then be going and picking up those parcels from those convenience stores and then taking them door to door. And also, one good thing about relay is they pay good money, maybe more than a dollar, $1 something per drop. So if you are going out there and you make 100 drops, it means you make 100 pounds. If you make 200 drops, you make 200 pounds. So that's a good deal, in my opinion, in terms of the deliveries. So relay is another good option that you can actually do. It's a good upcoming company, and also you just do the application online, let them know what you need, and you're good to go. They'll call you, they'll do a training for you. And one good thing about relay is when I did the training with them, they actually paid me for the training. I got £100 straight into my account just to for attending that training, and also just doing a buddy, what call it, a run with a buddy, where they will just be showing you how to do it when you are then on your own with your own van and everything like that. So it's a good deal. The next option that I have is Uber. So for Uber, there are two options for Uber that I'll mention here. So the first one is for Uber Taxi. So I will not talk much about the Uber Taxi. I'll probably, if you need any more details about how to set up your Uber Taxi, you put it in your in the comment section. But the reason why I'm not speaking much about Uber Taxi is it needs more in terms of how to start up. And this website is for 1,000 and below funds that you need to start a business. So with Uber, you need a lot. You need to get those licenses. You need to go to councils. You need to do different trainings and different medical tests and everything for you to be able to be allowed to drive taxis. And then you need also a reliable vehicle that can be tested, MOTs and everything like that, so that Uber Taxi, it will need like a specific day on its own where we discuss in detail how to start Uber. But the one that I want to talk about today is called Uber Eats. I think this is just for deliveries, where you pick up food and take them to the houses. It's growing. So for Uber Eats, you just need to have your own vehicle that you have. So with that vehicle, you can actually be able to register on the Uber Eats application. They have an Uber website where you can just put on your details. They'll ask about your vehicle. They'll ask a lot about the background check, and they'll do a background check for you and everything. Then after that, they'll authorize your vehicle, and your vehicle has to be certain years for them to allow it to do the Uber Eats. And once you get approved to do Uber Eats, you can then be picking up deliveries depending with your availability, and when you're available, you pick up those deliveries and you take them to the houses where they need. And this is a very business that is growing very fast, because people are no longer want to go to shops. People just want to get their deliveries while they're in their houses doing what they do best. So make sure you if you are available, if extra time in your day, I recommend that you start a delivery business. So I think the last company that I'm going to talk about is called City Sprint. So City Sprint is also a very reliable option to start delivery. So what happens with City Sprint is same day delivery. So with same day delivery, it actually pays more when you work for City Sprint. And one thing also that I liked about City Sprint is I would get a delivery, let's say from my location, that would take me, like, let's say about 50 miles. And when I get to that 50-mile delivery and drop that parcel, I actually get a notification of another delivery that will take me another place, and another delivery that can then take me back to my house. So City Sprint is like an Uber, but for vans. So it means, like, depending with also how big your van is, it also depends with how the more the money that you get. So the bigger the van, the bigger the payment. So if you want City Sprint, it's a very reliable one. It is very flexible. You can only pick up all those drops whenever you are available, because they have an application that they will be pushing in some pickups to say, are you available? And when they send you that pickup, to actually tell you how much money that pickup will be able to pay you when you drop it off. So you already know how much you are making in that drop, and it can be only one pickup per day. For example, you can just pick up a pickup and take it to where it's supposed to go, and you get paid, like, let's say £100, £200 just for one drop. So you can find out that when you're coming back, you get another £100 or £200. So pretty much you've made just 400 just one way to and from. So it's really a good deal. So City Sprint, you just need to apply it online, go to their website, send in your application. They'll do a training also for you and tell you how it works and all those. And they also do some vehicle inspections here and there, so you have to make sure your vehicle is also in good shape. I think for all of these companies that I mentioned here, you have to make sure your vehicle is in good shape. Otherwise, they might not be able to allow you to do the deliveries for them. But like I mentioned, I'm also the best, maybe one of the companies that I would recommend for you to start with. I think if you have a van, it's City Sprint. So if you have a van, City Sprint will be your good or best option, because depending with your availability, you can just be able to pick up drops with City Sprint, and then be able to drop them wherever you need to take them, depending with your availability. Let's say you finish work at 4 p.m. So you can actually then be available on the application from 5 p.m. until maybe midnight. So you can just pick up any drops that needs to be done during that time, or during the weekend. Then you can be able to do your work and make your money. And, most of the time, like, they have different, clients that they work with. Some clients you can actually just be, taking just in something small as this. So you just put it at the back of your car or whatever, where you want to keep it safe. Then you drive without your vehicle won't have any weight and everything. So this one, and also Uber Eats. So Uber Eats is very flexible. Also, you can just turn on your application whenever you're available. It could be in the evening, or it could be in the afternoon. Wherever you're available, you just pick your shifts. When you are not available, you just switch off the app. So these two, I think I can recommend them, which is City Sprint and Uber Eats. So this is about the delivery business. If you need more details, please hit me in the comment section. And if you need me to talk about or to give you some more tips of which other company you can start with, just let me know, and I'll let you know how to start it. So thank you so much for all the time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time that you took just to listen to this podcast. So if you haven't subscribed, please just hit the subscribe button. And thank you so much. And let me know when you start making money doing deliveries. Thank you so much. Have a great day.